it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I'm so excited because we are almost at one of my favorite points in the year. Summer is almost over. I love fall and winter. Fall and winter are my two favorite seasons, so I'm so excited summer's almost over, but also September 1st marks the start of the second semester at Aurelium Academy, which means we are back in business with the Magical Readathon. I just love the Magical Readathon. It is my favorite readathon of the entire year, and this semester is particularly exciting because this is my final semester where my character will be getting her master's level of Archmage, and so that's very, very exciting. If you enjoy role-playing and you want a sense of community, I highly recommend you check out this readathon. It's run by G, and I will have her channel and the announcement video, and I will have all of that information linked below. You should totally check it out. The Discord is fantastic. The moderators are fantastic. The community is so welcoming and kind. It's just all around a good time. I will be back at school on September 1st for my final semester, and so it's time to talk about the TBR. What books am I going to be reading for this portion of the Magical Readathon? Because I'm in my second semester of Archmage, I have 4 courses that I have to take, but a total of 8 different spells because I need more than just the base level in several of my classes. So let's chat about books, and maybe if you're taking some of these classes, then, you know, if you haven't found a book that you want, maybe this will help inspire you. First up, I need all 3 levels in alchemy, and for O, we are learning how to create liquid sunlight, which is honestly a really fun, that's a fun alchemy class. Anyways, for this, I need a book with a sun on the title, and for that, I am going to be reading Beasts of a Little Land by Jae Kim. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what this book is about at all. This is definitely one of those TBR veterans. I may or may not have been influenced to buy this because of the cover, like right when it first released, and it was getting really good views, and at the time, I knew what this book was about, and I was like, that sounds interesting. It is historical fiction. I don't think it is fantasy. Could I be wrong about that? Yeah, but I just don't think it is. Anyways, it does have a sun on the cover right here, and next month when I read this, I guess I will tell you what it's about then because I straight up don't remember. For the next part of my alchemy class, we are studying the properties of blossoms, and for this we needed to read a book where the cover matches the color of our birth month flower, and I was born in March, so my birth flower is the daffodil, which is yellow, and thankfully I think that this counts as a yellow cover. This is The Memory of Souls by Jen Lyons. This is the 3rd book in the Chorus of Dragons. I am absolutely loving this series. This is also what my book club will be reading next month, so I was like, I really hope that I can find a prompt, because otherwise I'm just gonna be reading this and it won't count for anything. But thankfully it works for my alchemy class. I can't wait to get into this. This is an adult epic high fantasy series that really has a little bit of everything. Magical creatures, dragons, assassins, gods, psychopaths, thieves. It's got a little bit of everything. I'm obsessed with this series. I absolutely love it, and I will be reading book 3 next month. And then the final part of my alchemy education, I am learning some flavor enhancing tricks, and for this I need a book by an author, and I'm finally gonna get around to I Was a Teenage Slasher by Stephen Graham Jones. This was his new release last year. Normally I read his new releases the year that they come out, but I just could not get around to this one last year, but I'm so excited. Stephen Graham Jones is one of my favorite authors of all time, but he is my all-time favorite horror author. This is a book that is basically what the title says, I was a teenage slasher. I've heard nothing but good things about this. It is adult horror, and I just can't wait to get into it. I'm so excited that I get to read a Stephen Graham Jones for the Magical Readathon. It's gonna be a blast. My next class, I have 2 parts of that. That is spells and incantations, and for the first part, I am learning the luck charm. Now for this, I was supposed to roll a d6, and then whatever it lands on, you read that many pages basically, so I got a 3, which means I needed a book that was between 300 and 399 pages. And at 398, A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen fits this perfectly. Should I have gone for like the shortest book on my TBR that fits? Yeah, I have 3 books that are over 500 pages. It's gonna be a big month, but this just came out and I've been dying to get into it. This is the conclusion to the Unfated duology. I forget what like the full title of the duology is, but it just came out in May. It is a Norse mythology inspired adult fantasy romance, and it's got like very much like side quest vibes, which is something that I love. And like I just really enjoyed book 1, so I'm very excited to get to book 2 in this series. And I'm also excited to finish another series that I'm currently in the middle of, because I have added so many series to that list this year. I've started so many series, it's a problem. So like I need to finish at least one. Next, also for my spells and incantation class, we're going to be studying the current spell trends, and for that we need a 2025 release, and I'm going to be reading What Hunger by Catherine Dang. I'm very excited. I just got this. This is an adult horror, and it follows a girl who is the second child. Her older brother is very much his family's golden child. She's a little bit resentful about that, and then she starts having some weird cravings. I think it's gonna be like maybe a cannibal book. I'm very excited to get to this book. Now, for my artificery class, I will be studying the 9 laws of artificery magic, and for this I needed to go on some form of social media and scroll until I had seen 9 books and read the 9th one. And so I just went on Goodreads and just scrolled, and I am so happy. I'm so happy because Dungeon Crawler Carl is being read by everyone. Lucky me, Dungeon Crawler Carl was the 9th book that I saw on Goodreads. So I will be reading The Gate of the Feral Gods by Matt Denneman. I technically am supposed to read the first book in the series, but I've already read that, so I'm stretching it a little bit, but I think it's fair. Like, that was my 9th book, so I'm reading where I currently am in that series. So I'm very excited. This book is chunky, but I have been dying to get back into this world. I am obsessed with Dungeon Crawler Carl. It is one of the most entertaining, fun book series I've ever come across, and I just cannot wait to get back into it. I can't wait to see what Princess Donna is going to be up to in this one. I will let you know how it goes. The last subject that I have is inscription, and I'm taking 2 inscription classes this semester, the first being the study of the magic of prime numbers, and for this I need a book where the letters in the title are a prime number, and I'm finally getting around to The Poison Song by Jen Williams. Thank God I was able to squeeze this in. This is the 3rd book in a fantasy series that I started 2 years ago, and I still haven't finished because I have a problem and there are things wrong with me. Like I said, this is an adult epic high fantasy series. I gave books 1 and 2 in the series both 5 stars. I absolutely love them, so why haven't I read book 3? You tell me, but it will finally be happening next month. I can't wait. I'm crossing 2 series off of the list in September, and that's very exciting. My final class for my final semester at Aurelium. Don't worry, I say final semester, I'm gonna be back, obviously, just with a new character. But my final semester is an archiving class, and for this, I needed a book where the spine read vertically, not horizontally. And for that, I will be reading We Write Upon Sticks by Quan Berry. This is again a fantasy, but it's actually like an urban fantasy. It's set in our world, and in this we follow a field hockey team, and it's supposed to be really weird. Basically, the field hockey team become or are witches, and I've been told that like the book is written kind of with this like hive collective mentality amongst like the whole team, and so I've been really interested in this. It's supposed to be pretty weird. I like weird books. I like the idea of like a team being a coven of witches also at the same time, so this should be really fun, and thankfully it's also not 500 pages long, so I've got that going for me. Okay, so those are all of the books that I absolutely definitely will be reading in the month of September. I also have not finished the lore quest, which I really would like to get to by the end of the year, since this is like this character's final year. The point that I'm at the moment on the lore quest, I need a book with a mirror on the cover, and I think the only thing that I found that I'm interested in is Fairy Tale, because I can get that on Kindle Unlimited. I don't own any books with mirrors on the cover. So if you have good ideas for a book with a mirror on the cover, especially if it's like a UK copy that like maybe I have the US cover and so like I just have a different cover and that's why I don't know that there's a mirror on it, please tell me, because Fairy Tale is like 700 pages. I need a short book with a mirror on the cover so that I can do this goddamn quest. Help me. I hope you enjoyed this little TBR that I have for next month. If you are participating in the Magical Readathon, let me know what your calling is. Let me know what book you're most excited to read next month. And hopefully if we are taking some of the same classes and you're a little bit stuck, maybe I helped you figure out what you want to read next month. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see Magical Readathon reading vlogs, I will have those coming, so please subscribe. I hope that you stay safe this week. I hope you stay nice and cool, and I'll see you in another video soon. Goodbye!